All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Officer Tatum show. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. We're going to talk about Antifa at the TPUSA event. We're going to talk about Dave Portnoy. People are mad because people go to jail for doing disorderly things. And then we're going to talk about Elijah Schaffer, who ended up getting sued and why he's playing a victim for whatever reason. And we're going to explain that. Stephen A. Smith having to call people out for hating on him like they do me. And last but not least, Jasmine Crockett got white people kissing her feet like a fool. Welcome to the Officer Tatum show.
If you don't believe that we are in a fight today, you're sleeping under a rock. If you get hit and you lay down and you cry and you fold up in the corner, definitely you will not win the fight. We show up to win. Our culture needs a lot of you young people in here to step up and stand out. There is nothing or no principality, power, division, devil can stop us when we're united. They can only get you when you're divided. When I see the American flag, I see us progressing to something that can be awesome and great. And if you don't plan on winning then, you might as well go on the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Officer Tatum show. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe to all the channels that are associated with me. You'll see them because we link them now. We can collab. And so if you see a channel that's collab with me, make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. I do have an Espanol channel. So I do my entire stuff in Spanish. Thanks to AI. Because I don't speak Espanol, okay? I don't speak Espanol. But I do have a channel for your Mexican family or people who speak Spanish that need to hear the truth. We'll hook them up. Just go over there. It's my lips do the whole thing, everything. So go over there and support it. And let's get into this. All right, Antifa. I was wondering when Trump is going to arrest these people. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering when we're going to hold these people accountable. There's a difference between a person going on campus and protesting. That is our rights given to us by God, protected by the Constitution. You have a right to protest things that you disagree with. That's fine. But when you are coordinating an effort to be violent, in a coordinated effort, it's not one or two people and then start accelerating. These people are getting paid to show up to places to coordinate an effort to be violent against TPUSA, Trump supporters, you name it, under the guise of wearing masks and being called Antifa. How they not going to jail is insane to me. But what's even crazier, I would love to see what Grand Eye News guys say about this, but what would be even crazier is the way they reported on the media. Tell me why this woman, not the woman there, it's going to be another one. This is mostly peaceful. What? Roll the clip.
Event. Our Amanda Harry is live on the scene there where protesters also showed up. We've already
Amanda Harry. Girl. All right, play the clip.
already actually seen at least one fight break out. Amanda.
Yeah, things have been lively here. While that Turning Point USA event is still happening inside, protesters have been out here for hours. You can see them still here behind me. They have been chanting, just a very, very lively scene out here. While things have been mostly peaceful, there have been some tense moments. Earlier this evening, there was a scuffle that broke out where two men started fighting. UC Berkeley police had to break up that interaction. Later, someone was throwing smoke bombs and a car backfired, leading some of the people who were protesting to run away. The protest was put together by students organizing for liberation. Some students say they don't believe UC Berkeley should host a large Turning Point USA event like this one, but other people are happy to be here for the event.
Turning Point USA should not be here, and they are like a fascist organization, and nobody here agrees with what they are saying. And obviously Charlie Kirk has been a big issue with like a lot of college campuses and people on college campuses. So we just think like, I mean, obviously I didn't really follow him a lot, but knowing what he did and knowing the things that he was saying, it's just like vile and disgusting. So we don't want to support.
Who kid is this? Go get your kid. Go get your kid. Get your money back. How you at? First of all, them rings in your nose. What job are you gonna get after you finish studying? I want to say it. I'm not gonna say it. After you finish studying something that's not gonna get you anywhere in life. Can I just be? Can I leave it at that? Brandon, just leave it at that. In the spirit of me getting the Charlie Kirk Award, I'm gonna try to be nice. Okay, ma'am, you tripping. You ain't followed Charlie Kirk. You said, I ain't even really followed. You don't even really know what he said. I put it on everything. If the reporter or somebody asks her, what did Charlie say that you didn't like? She has no idea. But yes, she thinks the university shouldn't host an event that Charlie ain't even at. It's Turning Point USA. Rob Schneider, for God's sake. One of the funniest people to ever do comedic skits and also movies. You can do it. Nick likes him. He actually got a jersey signed by Rob Schneider. And he can't come to the campus to state his piece. Y'all wait till we done showing these fools, and then I'm gonna show you what Rob Schneider said. It's gonna make her look even worse. But continue the clip.
For his organization, and I don't think that the Berkeley chancellor should have let them come here.
Okay. Now she said that there's people that enjoyed it. I want to jump to that clip real quick because to make it fair, it's the Charlie Kirk chants that they were doing in the hall. So you have the one that disagreed, but I want to show y'all the people who really agree with Charlie Kirk. So it's going to be the Charlie Kirk chants in the I think it was in the venue arena. Roll the clip. And I just wanted to play that so y'all know everybody at the university ain't stupid, okay? You would think that everybody's brain is dead, but you got people that are their brains work, and you have people whose brains are dead, okay? But let me show you the violence before we get to what Rob Schneider and others have said. Frank Turek, I think, was there as well. But let's get to some of the videos of these nut jobs. This is what they're doing outside of the venue, which has nothing to do with being mad at Charlie Kirk. Let's go from the clip right under. All right, here's them. You're dead, homie. You're dead, homie. You're dead, homie. You're dead, homie. They don't even know what to say. They can't record it. You're dead, homie. You're dead, homie. Hold on, time out. Why they always look weird though? Can we establish at this point that it's mental illness is the reason why? It's not I'm on this side because I've done my research and I understand how this thing works, and I'm on this side. Look at put a clip up. Look at the dude in the middle. Why do they look like this? Why does he look like he just woke up from the dead? And you got these women, blue hair, they wearing masks. These people got jihadist wraps on their head. Why do they always are the same characters? And I would argue it's because they're mentally ill. Mental illness show up like this. All right, they're saying, F your dead homie, F your dead homie. They're yelling slurs about a person who's been assassinated. Who's right about this? All right, let's get to the next clip. And this is a young lady getting snatched up. It's actually made my day. So just watch it. I'm going to shut up. Look at little Curly Sue getting snatched up. Yeah. Her butt came out. Look over there. Look at her. Her butt came out. Her pants down. That's what you get. Blue-haired devils. A bunch of blue-haired nut jobs just taking money. I mean, in the university, just making a bankroll, bruh. Why didn't I think of building a university back in the day? I wish my family would have owned one of these. They make all this money for these ignorant kids that could be studying, could be doing something productive, but they wearing masks and being silly. What's the next clip? Here go another one. We'll play the audio for this. If we got it. What do the drums got to do with anything? Look what they doing to people just walking by, minding their own business. Them little incels. Now, who's the fascist? You go to these leftist events and nobody's there. Nobody's protesting. Why? Their ideas are terrible. They never work. They believe in communism, which has never worked anywhere. And conservatives aren't out there shouting them down and screaming at them, telling them suck this and suck that. You can see clearly who's the problem in these scenarios. I don't even know how people are confused at this point. These people are just going to an event to hear Rob Schneider and Frank Turek at a Turning Point event. They get a chance to ask questions if they like. If they disagree, they get to come to the front of the line. Why are you screaming and banging drums and cussing people out that's going to the event? Why wouldn't you just go into the event and ask questions? Because we know these people are going to hell. Okay, I want to get to Rob Schneider, a little bit of his speech. 601. Let's get to Rob Schneider, because you've seen all the foolery that was going on outside, and this is what they're yelling about. This is what they're mad at. Roll the clip. Audio.
The most technologically advanced society in the world. We must protect free speech and debate.
Hold on, go back.
We cannot afford
it's low for some reason.
to continue people having beliefs.
Reset it. All right, roll the clip.
If we are going to have a vibrant society and continue to be the largest economy, the most technologically advanced society in the world, we must protect free speech and debate. We cannot afford to continue people having beliefs persist that are not subject to facts or logic or empirical evidence. And anyone who presents empirical evidence to the contrary gets shut down, censored, and subject to violence on the university campus. This has to stop. Now,
where's the law?
We must be evidence and logic based. When we, as American author Thomas Sowell said, when we silence opposing views, we threaten the very fabric of a free society. When we threaten with violence the minority of people who think differently and have different views, our freedom shrinks and our ability to create and innovate is greatly reduced. In this case, a society either destroys freedom or itself. We must create the conditions to give you the potential to get what it is that you want. Now, President Franklin Roosevelt believed in the goodness of the American people. He trusted them. He believed in an informed citizenry will always make the right decision. But that isn't happening now. We're being manipulated by social media, by politicians who are appealing to your passion, to the desires, to your hatred, to just whip you into that frenzy. And we have to be aware of that and hopefully move as far away from that as we can. If we trigger the public's desires like they want to do, then they can get away with any atrocity, and they can make us do things that are against our best interests. We are constantly manipulated all the time. So again, I ask you, what do you want? Like Berkeley claims to be a liberal town. They claim to want affordable housing. They have vacant lots that they could build on, but they always get stopped. Why? Because they want affordability, just not in our backyard. But we need you to be stakeholders in the American dream.
Let's play what Frank Turek said, 602.
So evil does not disprove God. It may prove there's a devil out there, but it can't disprove God, because there'd be no such thing as evil unless there was good, and there'd be no such thing as good unless God existed. Now, we still can ask the question, well, God, why did God allow this particular evil to occur? I had a militant atheist once at Michigan State ask me this question. He said, if there is a good God, why doesn't he stop all the evil in the world? And I said, sir, that is an excellent question. Maybe because if he did, he might start with you and me, because we do evil every day. You ever notice when we start complaining about evil, we always start complaining about somebody else doing it? It's like, hey, God, why don't you stop him? God, why don't you stop her? God, why don't you stop the shooter? God, why don't you stop Hitler? God, why don't you stop... Why do we never say, God, why don't you stop me? Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, if God were to stop evil at midnight tonight, would you still be alive at 12:01? I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be alive. God doesn't stop evil right now because he gives us free choice. Why does he give us free choice? So we can love. You can't love without free choice. Love by definition requires freedom. So God gives us free choice. The problem is we can use our free choice to do evil like the shooter did. But can any good come from that? The Bible talks a lot about this. We don't have time to get into all the details. But the Bible talks about the fact that testing produces patience, and patience produces character, and tribulation leads to hope. And it says all things work together for good to those that love God and are called according to his purpose to be conformed to the image of his Son. Doesn't say all things are good. There's a lot of evil things out there, but according to God, good things can come from evil, especially to people who are called according to his purpose. And one of the ways that you become more like Jesus is through evil. Man, if you get everything you want every time, you don't become like Jesus, you become a me monster.
And they protesting that stuff. I just want you to share this with your kids in college and say, they did all that yelling and screaming and spitting and cussing and violence and burning stuff, and they there all night long doing this. Even after they left the event, Turning Point was done, they turned the lights off. They still out there fighting and spitting on each other in the middle of the street. They did all that to combat what Rob Schneider, and that's just part of Rob Schneider said a lot of other incredible things, and what Frank Turek said. This is what they're protesting. You cannot tell me that what they're doing is not evil. Let's go to Dave Portnoy. Let me just explain this very quickly. This is 201. Let me explain this very quickly, because people going to be mad at me and say, why are you supporting Dave Portnoy? Why are you supporting Dave Portnoy? Man, the man ain't perfect. He ain't perfect. I don't find myself, I don't know him very well, but I don't find myself, I'm going to be kicking it with Dave Portnoy. But the reason y'all that made me make this video is because you are lying to people saying that the person that got arrested in this incident got arrested for saying anti-Semitic slurs. That is not true. The police department said it's not true. You don't get arrested for saying certain things. It's that when your actions and your words create chaos, instigate violence, or is disorderly, that's when you get arrested for disrupting the peace or disorderly conduct. And that's what happened here. It wasn't because somebody threw a slur out and walked down the street and some of the cops, the Gestapo, came and did it. It's because the dude threw coins at him and screamed at him, disrupting his podcast, instigating a confrontation with him. They had to separate him and the other guy while he's filming his pizza reviews. That's what happened. So let's play the clip for the people in the back smoking crack that didn't watch it, but have commentary. Roll the clip.
So far, I like it. With Why come in the camera, buddy? Why come here? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on.
I shouldn't be allowed to make those jokes, right? I should be put in handcuffs. That's what you said.
No, handcuffs. No, you can
That's
joke.
what you said. That's what you said to your employee. You said you shouldn't be making jokes about jokes.
I never said handcuffs.
Yeah, you did. You said it should be a crime.
In what world?
So I would pull up the statute for you, but I do want you to do your homework. Go and look at the statute for disturbing the peace or disorderly conduct in that city. And it'll give you a very clear sign that you can't do that and not get arrested. You don't go to jail for a long period of time. I mean, he got out on $5,000 bond. Maybe he could beat the case in court. I don't know. But you cannot throw stuff at people, scream at them, antagonize them, say F you, challenge them to a fight in a public place when they have nothing, you have nothing to do with them. It's not like a person is sitting there and protesting. The person is antagonizing, nearly tried to assault Dave Portnoy. But Dave Portnoy responded to it, and this is what he said in clip 202.
All right, real quick update on this pizza review that went viral before I could even post it. The anti-Semitic piece of shit was following me around, trying to find me, threw pennies at me, be like, you Jew, get out of Starkville. Everyone was asking, do you have his name? Do you have a clear picture of him? Well, before I could even identify him, the Starkville police actually beat me to it. They arrested this loser for disturbing the peace. Show him the mugshot. Nice hair, you loser. Introducing Patrick McClintock. Not to be confused with his brother, who's also been arrested a bunch of times. Real classy family. And I hope it was worth it for this kid to do this little stunt. And now this story will follow this piece of shit everywhere he goes. I assume he's going to get booted out of school, deserves it. And every time he applies for a job, they're going to go, oh, so you're an anti-Semitic piece of shit. So like I said, I hope it was worth it. Now, on a brighter note, this didn't ruin my week. This incident didn't ruin my day, maybe 1 minute. But the people of Starkville, I'll never judge one for the entire city. Everybody was super nice. Shout out Starkville High, by the way. Everybody was super nice and actually bending over backwards during the course of the weekend. They're like, we're so sorry. That's so mortifying. Wish that didn't happen. And I don't want sympathy or apologies. I want outrage, and I had it. And that actually makes me feel pretty good that people are like, this is crazy, because you go online, there's so many different hate groups and hate websites preying on dumb idiots who hate their lives, like Patrick McClintock. I guarantee you Patrick McClintock hates his life, and he needs a reason why he hates it. And what's an easy answer? Oh, it's the fault. And all these people online building up and stirring it up and creating this rise in anti-Semitism. As long as we have normal people, most people, and it happened in Starkville, being like, fuck this kid, hope the worst for this kid, it'll give me some hope. So thanks to the people of Starkville who ran this kid out of town. Thank you to the police for putting his name in lights. I don't know if the charges stick. They probably don't. Who cares? That mugshot sticks, and he deserves it.
Now, let me comment on this. Let me finish it. Let me put the bow on the top for you. Put the bow on the top for you. Think to yourself, if you find yourself being upset that this guy got arrested for what he did to Dave Portnoy, I want you to switch roles, switch races, switch to something that you identify with. If this was a black man and a white piece of trash came up to him, called him the N-word, threw some bananas at him, challenged him to a fight, y'all be losing y'all socks. You be losing your socks. Everybody be mad. Nobody would care that the guy got arrested. Nobody would care. You would think it was justified. You throwing bananas at people and stuff. Pick your race. Pick a Mexican guy. Mexican girl out there doing filming and somebody call her a wetback and throw some burritos at her. Do you think that makes sense? You telling me a Mexican woman or a Mexican kid or somebody out there is doing something, you throw burritos and you call them a wetback and everybody be fine. If a person was handicapped and they were out there and somebody's making fun of them, threw some stuff at them, call them a slur, disrupt their podcast, a lot of people wouldn't care. The question is, if you find the other things that I mentioned to be offensive and you don't find what happened to Dave Portnoy to be offensive, forget Dave Portnoy as a person, but the act against the person and disorderly behavior, if you don't think that that's offensive because it's Dave Portnoy or because he's a Jew, it's a problem in your mind. I don't care who this was. You don't go and do that to somebody that ain't bothering you. It's actually against the law. And for all you haters out there, or weirdos out there saying it's just because the police department came out and made a statement. They said speech is protected. It's when you throwing coins at people and you disrupting the peace, it's when you get arrested. All right. Hope you got that one in the tank. Hold off on Elijah. Let me jump to Jasmine Crockett real quick. I'll come back to Elijah Schaefer's in a minute, who got sued for $5 million. I don't even think he got $5 million to his name. Let's go to Jasmine Crockett real quick. Jasmine Crockett out here cutting up. And Stephen A. Smith then blasted her, I don't know how many times. She deserves it. But Jasmine Crockett got white people kissing her feet and all kind of stuff. White people, can I talk to you for a minute? Come on to my office. I have access to talk to you, or I have the reason to talk because I'm married to a white woman. So come on, talk to you. You're part of my family now. Get on over here. Y'all better stop treating black people like this. Y'all making us out to be animals, like spectacles. Oh, I'm gonna kiss your feet. This woman's a congresswoman. She went to university. She went to a private school growing up. She got plenty of money. She got plenty of access to education. She acts stupid, but she's probably not dumb. Let's put a clip up. Now look at this white lady down here kissing her feet like an idiot. Roll the clip.
Can you confirm that I just kissed your sneakers? This is true. She's on camera saying she'll do the radio. I am. We're doing it. Future senator of the great state of Texas. I'm gonna miss Ted Cruz so much. He's so likable. Oh my God.
All right, now play a clip of her kissing her feet. What is she doing? Is this the same woman? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Is this AI? I think this is AI. Here, play that one more time. That's AI. See, AI think they good, but people's weird facial expressions and movements and how smooth their face look shows that it's AI. However, this did really happen because we do have a picture of it. They starting to do this AI where they take a picture and they put it in the AI and the picture start coming to life. My dad was showing me, he was doing it, it was funny. Like me and Daddy take a picture like this and then all of a sudden we high five and walk off and stuff. He's like, we didn't never do that, it was just a still picture. But just in case y'all thought it was fake, because I always want to be accurate. So nobody gonna say, Brandon, you paid AI. This is the actual picture that was posted. The Daily Caller posted it, and this is more accurate. But AI is getting out of control. But it still don't stop Jasmine for hanging around these weirdos, kissing her feet. I don't know how Jasmine Crockett is still in office at this point. These people are unreal. You know, and the thing is, I'll say this and I'm gonna shut the front door in the show. Why people gotta be fake? Just keep it real. Just be yourself. The truth shall set you free. Anyway, Jasmine, get your stuff together. White lady, get your stuff together. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.
Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.